Hello, good morning. Doing a little Spill the Tea with Hill live. Oh, I have the window open. That made it a little loud. Hello. Instead of car, Jova. Now, I feel like I'm saying these wrong. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Amber. Hello, wonderful Wonderland Nails. You guys, Heather. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Elizabeth. Okay. Hi. Hi, Addie. Hi, guys. Okay, I should have brought my glasses down and I didn't. What do you want to know about this morning? This is Spill the Tea with Hill. Questions, whatever. Doing a little chai. We're actually doing tea today. That's a little much. Cute little bamboo spoon. Maddie, I miss you. I know, it's been weird, right? Hi, Mel. It's been not so the last couple weeks. A little less, not so. Hi, Hope. How freak are you? Oh, Kohu, I love you too. It's Maddie's husband. He really is like the best. Hey, Seth. Did I do that? Mug today. Can you see? It's from Brave Nails. This is from Jill. I love it. Talk about theme. I didn't even think about this. Did you see the thing I put on my story from Jen Kutcher this morning? That she's like, I recently learned that butterflies can't see their own wings. It made me wonder how many of us walk around not seeing our beauty or how much we've evolved. And I was like, gah. Like what? Okay, what I mixed in here. So I did hot water, a little bit of half and half, a tiny bit of sweetener. And then this is chai. I got it off Amazon if you guys want me to share it. It's kind of spicy because it's like, I think it's more authentic chai from Blue Lotus. And it's delicious. My son likes the one, and they have different kinds of chai, by the way. I do herbal because I'm really sensitive to caffeine right now. If you got my Nail Fairy Diaries newsletter this morning, I talked about it a little bit in the Get to Know Me section, about how I hadn't had coffee till I was 30. But yeah, they have a whole bunch of, it's all organic. Like, I don't know, that's reverse, but we're doing chai this morning. Anyway, isn't that interesting about the butterfly? How much of us, and I guess we all relate to that in a way, I would assume. And if you don't, we all want to be like you. If you see your growth, your beauty all the time, and acknowledge it. And maybe that takes a practice, right? Like the positive thoughts, our brains are sometimes trained to such negative thoughts. And I see it in myself actually. And then I have mental health stuff I really struggle with. And the last 3 months have been really rough for me. And we're getting things straightened out, but I'm also working on things in therapy that are making me just like super raw. So like my nervous system has been very surface level, on top of not sleeping well because I'm now 41. That's wild. And just like growing our businesses on both ends. It's just been like a lot. And yeah, so I think positive thinking and seeing how you have growth is just tricky sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I love my mugs. I really don't collect anything, but somehow it turned into mugs. And so now I do collect mugs, and I keep them according to memories and energy and vibes. And so a number of you know that and give me mugs. Alrighty. No questions, business questions. We can do life questions. We can ask each other all of this. If you're in my subscribers list, I did start a channel of conversation, and that I feel like has proven to be more helpful than anything because you get to see each other's questions and answers. Oh, there we are. So if you're a subscriber, I put it on the stories. Make sure you go join in that chat if you want it. That's new. And then what do I have on my plate today? I am switching all my registrations for my in-person classes over to my new system. It's not going to look any different to you guys, but it won't be like in my story. You just click the name of the class and it'll take you there. The website is getting through development now. These are all big words that I didn't understand for a long time, but it makes sense now. So we are on the home stretch. So now my website soon will be so much more user-friendly. So much more user-friendly. Hope, I'm interested in what made you decide to start doing your weekly newsletter and what kind of changes in your business you've seen from it. My business strategist, she was my friend for over 2 years. It takes me a long time to trust people. And that was one of the first things once I hired her, that she's like, you got to share to your people and give to your people that want to be like on your email list and stuff. And she knows I like being personal mixed with business. So she's like, let's come up with a bunch of different sections that you're consistent with. And then you can share things with them, but you can share personal things with them. And I've gotten feedback that it's been well received by like a number of people. I don't know if everybody loves it or not, but it's something I do love. It's quite a commitment every week, but I've made that commitment to myself because it almost gives us a recap. Also, the salon chats, I was lacking like finishing the results, like the final results of what people finally voted and stuff, which are pure entertainment for me, by the way. So I feel like I'm sitting in the salon having these conversations with my colleagues and their clients and like debating these things and laughing our guts out. And some are more entertaining than others, right? But it holds me to getting all those results. And so I love that. So I've done that. There are multiple parts to that question. What kind of changes? So I have focused a lot over the last 8 months on reestablishing my online education and making it more user-friendly. I changed streaming services because the one I was using was kind of hard on your end and not great on my end. I also paid somebody to do all my branding, which was like $9,000. I took it as far as I could take it on my own. And I was so nervous about that. And we're feeling that. I'm about $40,000 into this. Changing with websites and strategists and people helping me make things look good. Everything you see on Instagram is straight from me. Everything in my newsletter, straight from me. I write and do things and then they help me fine tune it. Like on checkout pages, not all of them. We've only done like 2, 3. We've done like 3 checkout pages, but the goal, because I pay them for each one, is for them to help me communicate in a better way and more clear what I have to offer. So I sit and I have a copywriter who's helping me. Like, she'll talk to me, she writes it out, she sends it to me, I change things, she's like, okay, but you've said that 3 times. So things like that. And in a way, I'm learning and getting to know how to do, and I don't have to do it forever. They're kind of almost training me how to communicate things better and market things better. I probably will keep them forever because I'm really seeing that, hey, Olive, Carla. And she barks like that. It's like, hey, it's like a not 50 because I'm 41. It's like a 90-year-old smoker bark. So yeah, it's been really good. It's taken a lot of trust because it's a lot of investment, and like we still don't have the website done, but we are like a week or 2 away. In fact, I've created like certificates for an upcoming event that send us to Hillary Dawn Herrera, which will be the full new website. And because HDH Hub is getting confusing for people. They're like, we'll have it up. So things like that, investing in people who are experts in things. But it took me 2.5 years to trust them. Because one time I tried to trust somebody and I did all the work and then they did none of it, and the ones they did wasn't aligned with my brand at all. Like, I hated the designs and stuff, and so it was really awkward and hard. Whereas this, like my branding, for example, I should show you, maybe at some point I can show you guys, or bring it to like Master Educator Training Alumni or something if we do something like that. We're thinking 2026 maybe for that. But Master Educator Training, we have stuff in 2025, but something for the alumni we want to figure out. But that's kind of the stuff we share in that training. I like bawled through it. Because they're so good at what they do. They like see you, and they weren't trying to change me. And I was like, you can't change how I'm seen. You have to show I'm a little unruly. I swear sometimes, like, we can't button this up where it's not me. And they were so amazing. It's actually a group of all women, and it wasn't even like something I sought out for that way. My business strategist put it together, and they like see me, they get me. Like when we changed the whole photo shoot to just being at my house, I was like, guys, I can't afford to do this, and this. And they're like, cool, what do you want to do? And then it's like, doing it at my home just felt so right here in my kitchen. Like some of my favorite photos actually are like not buttoned up, and like you can see my kitchen behind us, because like this is what we do. So I'm really trusting it. And my website right now, I did it on GoDaddy and it's great, but like I really took it as far as I could take it. So digital education, branding, marketing. And you know what? It feels scary because she's like, I would like to take this to like ads, like outside of your audience. It feels really vulnerable because Instagram actually feels really safe to me. I feel like my people are here. So, but she's like, you know, you're not serving everybody you could serve. I'm like, okay, so we'll see about that one. I don't know. Okay, what questions do we have here? It's a work of art. Can't wait to see the whole thing. I know. And if you guys go to Hillary Dawn Herrera right now, you'll see the landing page for the nail art membership. And that's like some of the branding. Looks cool. Hey, baby. You enjoy getting the newsletters. Thanks. In some ways, I dive deeper than others. I truly, like, it's on my Monday schedule. I sit down and write it. Oh, Glammy Nails, you check your email every day too, so I can see your newsletter. It brings me joy. Thank you. I put some more links in it this time. I'm trying to decide the best ways to serve you guys. Like one of the sections on the trending nails, I went and found specific things that fit that. We'll see if that's helpful. I don't do that normally. There's Quinn. Hey, baby. Want to say hi? He says hi.
Hi.
I don't know if you've seen the law in California to change no more booth rent and commission. Do you think that will happen here in Utah? I don't. I really don't. I think that they had a lot of issues going on in California. I don't know the background behind it, but I know that Doppel works really well with like a lot of people doing apprenticeships, and we own a booth rent salon, and Doppel's great. And I've wondered if there's ways, like, if you can't be a booth renter, you're fine. Coffee is being made with the spin that Jen gave us. If you can be a 1099. Because like right now we're just landlords. And like what's wild about that is people can't do like their own studio suites and stuff. I wondered if the salons, if there's a way, if you have to be a W-2 or if you can be a 1099, it would just be a pass-through. So I'm curious about that. Addie, oh, you're here in Utah. I want more information on that because I think salons could find a way to serve people that way, and still support them being their own boss. It would be like a pass-through from one business to the next. Like for example, hope this is okay. Hugo wants snacks. He sounds like a hound dog, right? He can't just bark. He's like, "Woo." Maddie, was okay. Maddie was our like house mom at Met Amor. Like she really was like everybody's like fill in all the blanks and stuff. And she's her own business. So we just passed her through so that she's not an employee. So there's ways to do that, and I'm curious if they're going to do that because I think that the artists who truly do it right deserve that. I don't understand the thinking behind it. If you want to let me know. Alumni training, yeah, isn't that wild? Oh, what just happened? Did he take the allergy pill?
Yeah.
Tank got a hold of the allergy pill. Did he swallow it? So he's not going to have allergies today. I just saw you eat a piece of cheese, and I was hoping you didn't put it in your mouth.
No.
Did you hear Quinn chase down Swift 3 dogs? Olive, which is Fat Baby, Puggy, we love her. Hugo, which is like our little, he's a bug. He's a Boston pug, but he's like 30 pounds, looks like a baby pony, sounds like a hound dog. He is sensitive. He has allergies. He has to take an allergy pill every day. Hold on, I want to show them this. So they all stand like this while Quinn gets his allergy pill, and he tries to distract the other two so that, you can do it, babe, if you want, so that they don't eat it. Are you nervous to be seen like that? So then he can give him his allergy pill. Tank just got his allergy pill. It should be okay.
Not gonna be itchy today, bro.
Not itchy at all. Do you want me to call the vet?
No,
It's happened before.
not the first rodeo.
Just allergies. So, how do you sign up for my newsletter? Kim, the link in my bio, there's so many links. That's something we're going to clean up too, where you can click and go to all the products. It'll take you to the website and they'll be organized better. But if you go to link in my bio, I think it's like 4 or 5 down. It says like join my email list. That's how you do it. And it's weird in my list. It says I have so many, but when I send to all subscribers, it's less. So I don't know if that's just people who've unsubscribed. I turned off double opt-in because people are like, it's not getting it. It's not getting it. And I haven't heard that now. So you should just be able to fill out that form and you'll start getting them. Heather, off topic, but I need to know your hair routine. You have the best volume. Okay, ready? I actually have very flat hair, but it's super fine. So, first things first, I didn't know I had this texture. I dreamed of this texture all my life. I used to have straight hair, really long to here. And then I started cutting off length, and I started getting texture in the back. So I went to a curly hair specialist because Maddie told me to. And so we keep like short layers, help my volume like crazy. And then I wash it, I put a mask, I brush it in the shower, then I flip upside down, get some of the water out. And then I put in a curl memory cream. I do love Color Wow's Volume Mousse. I just ran out of it, but I love it. And diffuse it. And then I actually put it on top of my head to cool off. Because your hair actually sets from hot to cold, not wet to dry. Things I've learned working with hair artists over the years. But the trick is like dry shampoo's a good one, but powder, I realized, really helps. Like what brand is that? But I love the Intersense Mousse Dry Shampoo. It actually works. And then there's a powder. I think on my highlight bubble where I take you through the products and hair routine, I show the powder. You can get it off even Amazon. I got it from my hair artist at first. It's not in our beauty supply stores, so I pay full price for it. But I put it at the roots and all through. Out, and then every day I like gently brush through with a comb thing, and then sometimes I refresh it with product and a little more. But it's because I do this, I swear. And it's like super loose. This is from Aspen Grove, the Minkies I love. But just like, it's because it like sets that way, even after the powder and stuff. Totally fine. Good, Maddie, because I already told them. Seeing the babies just made me smile. Aren't they the cutest? Tank, you want to say hi? He wants so much attention. He's so jealous. But if I pick him up and hold him, he thinks I'm like strangling him to death. He absolute panic. Oh, and you have to just let it be messy. That's the hard thing. But I actually enjoy messy hair. I'm kind of like, I feel like I manifested this and found people and tools. Like, I just want wild hair. It's like it shows, like I used to have this until I was 30, and even up till now, like I feel like I'm unleashing who I am. And this is part of it. The wild, crazy. In fact, in my branding, if you notice the sun with wild, like that's mimicking my hair. That's how cool the branding process was. And my little bit of hippiness and wanting you to feel warmth and wanting you to feel love for me. And yeah. They're so fun to watch. Okay, does anybody know? I mean, I'll sit here and tell you guys this shit all day long. Yes, be free, Elizabeth. Love it. Oh, Quinn joined. What's Quinn do? I love his name. He's so funny. Yeah, so that's the hair rundown. What else you guys want to know? This is your time. We'll go for like 5-10 more minutes, and then I save these in the subscribers. Oh, I'll tell you guys first. So in that, like, I'm getting the new checkouts for the in-person workshops. They're now starting to fill up again. For a minute, I was like, we're not having as many people in these. What do people need? And then it like exploded again. And I think just summer was the thing. Like, California, I just opened up 2 or 3 more spots because we had somebody switch a class. And then I was like, oh, we have these spots. But it's actually been full. For a minute, the Cocoist class, I think there's only 4 spots left next week. And I ordered a couple extra kits. No, there's only 1 or 2 in the Cocoist. So it's like filling like crazy, which is so fun because I love that personal connection. It's actually really important for me now just because I don't have it sitting at the desk with people. And I've had to like really navigate being like working behind a computer more now. So yeah, surprise, I'm adding a Utah class December 6th and a Vegas class in January. Two Vegas classes in January. So I want to get those up so people can take advantage of those. Last year I had the whole year's location set by November, and it actually didn't help me because I wasn't great about remembering to share with it too. So I need to put up a thing like, where do you want me in 2025? But as of right now, I'm adding a Utah class, December 6th. Okay, so we have California next week, Burbank, California. We have Columbus. That's the ones that filled up. We have Columbus, Ohio in November. Both of those are about halfway full. Columbus, Ohio, November. The e-file, Erica's ATA e-file with HGH Structure Gel Mani. And the day 2 is the Cocoist Excel and Premier double certification. So you can come to one class or the other or both. It's a total of 4 certifications in 2 days. And then the Utah class, I'm only doing the e-file and Gel Mani unless there's huge demand for Cocoist, but right now that's all I'm doing. And then in Vegas in January, I'm doing both classes. Okay, how long did it take you to establish a stable clientele? Addie, I didn't even have social media. I still believe your best clientele is made through referrals, but I love free marketing through social media. It took me probably about a year, but see, here's the deal: is your clientele's always shifting, and right now we've had a lot of shifts. Even people who've been in the industry a long time are feeling shifts. Even people who have been doing apprenticeships for a long time have felt shifts. Me, who's done classes now for a long time, have felt shifts. It's a tricky year, and it's picking back up, in my opinion. Like, we're almost to elections. Economy, people have found ways to shift and shape. We felt it hardcore this year, especially with investing all that money into growing businesses. I feel like some weeks I'm like, how are we going to buy groceries? Just because it's so much right now, but we always work it out. Things always work out, right? And so some people we see build really fast, like something took off online, right? Or somebody has connections, or like that golden client that sends in all their people and they're all freaking loyal, right? It is a tricky one. I actually, oh gosh, I haven't talked about this on here. I'm working really hard. I've been working for 7 years on a program, and I'm gonna release it, I think in November, all about client. It's called Client Catalyst. for people who, because here's the deal, we're always building a clientele. Even when you get a stable clientele, we're always freaking building. And I wish I would have taken on the concept of never saying I'm not taking new clients and being willing to say I'm full, I'm full, I'm full. Because when people cycle out, people cycle in. And when you have to adjust pricing, correct pricing, if you don't have that pricing calculator, I think you're wild. I wish I would have created that years ago for myself. But it's on the formula for pricing your services for profit. But if you have to adjust pricing and some go up or whatever and people have to leave not taking it personal because new people flow in who will take it, but here's the deal, either you can be brand new, like building a clientele, you could have moved, you might be changing your services and you have to swipe new, you could be burnt out and you need to make adjustments, you could have we're always building a clientele. That is a lie in our industry that we're not. Even when I said I'm not taking new clients, some of my favorite clients are ones that I took at the end of me doing clients consistently, because people shift, people move. My schedule changed. That's a new way of building clientele. Even if you're moving down in size, you have to build a new clientele because you're making adjustments. So 1, we're always building a clientele. 2, the timing is very different for everybody, and that can feel discouraging, but really it shouldn't, because when you find your people, it's amazing, right? I wish I could have a more clear answer because everybody would be different, but my goal is to help you quantifiably have tools in place that I have learned actually really work from traveling all over the country and working with people all over the world. Cocoas has noticed a shift that people are like wanting to say, like, I spent $125 on my nails, and I was like, that's fascinating. I think that will get stronger. Oh, Tink has a bat. As the economy gets stronger again here in the US. Do you have a bat? Oh, is it the cutest bat? Oh, you love it. I decorated the house in these, but I didn't. I stuck them to the wall, but some of them have fallen. And look, him chewed the bat. Good job, buddy. Did you ever play with dual forms with Cocoas products? I haven't. I do have some dual forms. But I just feel like by the time you have to put it, shape it, maybe blend it, like you might as well put down the gellets. That's how I feel about it. It's like an extra step. And like clean underneath, in my opinion, but maybe my opinion will change. Are the classes only for licensed techs? They're for current students in the field, licensed techs, and in some states, like estheticians can use e-files. In Utah, estheticians can't use e-files. You have to be licensed as a Cosmo or a nail tech. So you have to be able to be licensed to use an e-file and in your area have the right qualifications for it. Like I've had people come down from Canada because in Canada, they don't have the licensing things the same. As long as you qualify in your area to legally be doing nails or you're a current student in it, you can totally come to in-person workshops. Like I want to support you all along the way. I keep having problems with the Cocoas Platinum. It keeps chipping on the edge. Okay, Addie, Cocoas Platinum is like a step more rigid. And so you need to make sure your edges are not too thin. And then afterwards, you actually bevel out the natural nail a little. So impact of things is actually on the gel. So it won't look thick, and that will hold up better. Have you ever tried putting Mega Stick underneath? There you go. Your girl's got you, Addie. I agree with that. That's a great way to do it, too. Also, filing after helps the natural nail tug under the product. See, look at you guys loving each other. Thanks, Famino. I agree. I've built my clientele through referrals. See, Starbird, too. So, like, social media can be rad, especially if you get that golden client through there. It's a great way. Use the free marketing if you love it. The other thing is, like, social media. I have a whole spiel on it. Who's your audience? Like if you're trying to build clientele, that's the content you should show. I have done trainings for people for affiliates because I'm typically the top affiliate in many brands I work with. And that comes from being one of their first ones, because teaching them how affiliates work, giving them the software, all that stuff. And a lot of you have become affiliates because of that, which makes me happy that things trickle down. But if you're trying to share products you love and your audience is clients, that doesn't work. Or you need new clients and you're just sharing. This one can translate to clients actually, but not as strongly. If you're not showing finished products, right? I think it's cool to show the process to build a clientele, but maybe you're lacking showing finished products because you don't see a lot of finished products from me. You see a lot of process. That could translate into less clientele. So you have to pay attention to that. Okay, Seth, I'm struggling building clientele too. I only have a couple that ever send anyone and to me, and it's brutal. This is why my business strategist, I actually let her see something I started creating, actual no joke, 7 years ago. And she's like, what the hell are you doing? Why haven't you shared this? And I'm like, I hate the word coaching program, even though that's all I do every day. I'm like, can we call it troubleshooting? Can we call it a plan? She's like, oh my gosh, maybe. And that's where like my person with words helps me so that things settle right with me. But I'm actually learning to accept, in a way, that's what I do. One of my degrees is actually in coaching too. Weird, I know. And it's on that Clientele Catalyst. And then, but I needed to have more connection than just online. So it's going to be like a 10-week thing where you get like direct stuff with me and some like private onboarding and group work. And I'm setting it up and like I feel it in my chest. It's going to be so good. But like then I feel it in my throat like, oh my gosh, I'm about to dive into it's the setup. It's not doing it because this is what I love and feed off of and helping people build. And like I have like 8 different types of people this will help, and I'm going to put them in 2 different groups so we make sure we're really being on topic and creating results we need. So Clientele Catalyst is coming. Oh my gosh, I haven't even said that out loud in 7 years. And I like finished it up earlier this year. I woke up one morning like so inspired and pulled it all together. That was in June. So it's a solid heart project because I want you to do so well. So that's coming. And it should serve you through your whole career because like I said, things are changing always in your clientele. Where's the pricing calculator? Kim, if you go to that link in my bio and you click online classes, you're going to see why I'm doing a new website. But under the business section, if you go down and there's a line that says the formula to pricing your services for profit, click that and it'll take you to the checkout page with more information. So link in bio, online classes, the formula to pricing your services for profit. Yeah, economy's taken a few out of your books for now. I get that. And I have that mini workshop on like the 6 things I did to build a solid clientele during a recession because that was killer. Some of it is pivoting. Little things like creating smaller ticket item, little things to retain people. Some people added on. Here's the wild thing. Some people are doing amazing in this economy. It's just so wild. So you're really just finding new people. Like gel glitter toe parties. That was a huge one for me where I gave everybody a reduced thing, but performed and worked them in volume in like a certain amount of time and stuff. Utilize my skills. Like I can do gel toes in 15 minutes. I have a class on that too. See what I mean? This is what I've been working on the last 8 months because I can't teach all these things in person. I can't. So that's like I shifted to a platform that lets you have things for unlimited access unless the internet dies or something. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Kim, does that go by area too? You mean the pricing calculator? It goes by you. I teach you what numbers to plug in. It's actually most effective if you have like 3 months behind you, at least in it. But people have done it with 1 month. And I explain like it's going to show higher, lower. It's to find averages over time. Like if you spend a ton at Black Friday and stuff, but you keep using it, that's why it's yours forever. It makes you make a copy into a Google Sheet. And the formulas are all built into it. So you can continuously plug things in so you can see patterns. Like I'm raising my prices because cost of product went up. Did it? I think my prices are good, but I'm not taking enough money home. Oh, are they? And if they show they are good, where are you spending your money? Like, there's so much. And then it gets to a point where I'm like, I'm covering the cost of running my business. It helps you understand per service, how much it costs you to run it and how much profit you need per service to take home to live. And I talk you through, like, I don't want the bare minimum. Like, I need you to put in a couple weeks off of work a year, like quality of life. I didn't do that. It was hard to get off for my kids' Mother's Day 20-minute program. I don't want that for you guys. That was brutal. Every time I see that Mother's Day program picture in his preschool, it makes me emotional and angry that I didn't have a mentor. Maybe that's what we call it, mentorship. That feels a little better. How's that feel to you guys? Instead of coaching, but I don't know, maybe it's coaching. People just be like, just raise your prices. And I was so fearful because we needed every dollar to survive. So that picture's hard for me to see, but also proud of us that we figured out a way to get me there. I'm sure I worked till midnight that night. People would make appointments that late, and I was so grateful for them that they would make appointments that late. Why wouldn't they have paid, $5 more if I had actually learned my service pricing? So anyway, so it's catered to you, just you. It's really cool because your prices should not match us. Like, oh, this person down the street charges less than me, or next to me in the salon, she charges more and we're booth rent. I don't freaking care. You don't know what money they need to make to live at home. Your prices should be built upon your life. So that's what that calculator does. It gives you your average price per service that you need to make, an average price per service, cost, how much it's costing you to run it, an average price per service of how much profit you need to make, and it does all the calculations for that from your real numbers, and then it puts it together and shows you what your average price per service should be, and then I talk you through how to adjust that according to your different kinds of services. But it's been really eye-opening for people, and for those that it really shows you need to be a big jump, that gives you your goal you need to work towards to understand. And maybe you need to adjust pricing. Your efficiency and your income are the two factors. It's in my newsletter, but I have a whole section on tips to becoming a 6-figure artist, and then tips on efficiency, because those two are your biggest things. So, okay. Connie's taking a few out of it. Does that help? Posting your appointment on Facebook nail groups might help. It might. Some people Facebook pans out for, some it doesn't. We actually stopped advertising our salon on Facebook because people were no-showing from Facebook. Versus real connection. I gotta shut this door. They're still mowing the lawns in Utah in October. It makes me happy. Our weather's been warmer. So it just depends how much you're monitoring things. But yes, it can. But please don't post things at a discount. Just communicating your discount. You could do a free massage add-on for your first appointment, something like that. But if you normally charge $70, don't be like $50, because you pull in the clients that only want to pay that forever. That's been the experience of almost every single nail tech I know now, adding something for free for their first time. 2 nail arts for free, your first appointment. Those kind of things can pay off. Adding value on. Don't take value away from yourself. I need to make the note of that. Adding value on. I don't know where those $125 people are, but definitely not in my area. I will say this, here in Utah, we are by the skin of our teeth training people, because we live in a very DIY state. And basically we have to let them have bad experiences till they'll come pay. I think the average base price of a short gel mani, like natural nail structure gel mani in my salon is about 70. But they all run their own businesses and pricing. They're their own boss. We're their landlord. We have a couple people we do commission for to help them grow, but we're formulated like to help them transition to being their own boss. I Lacquered Loft, and that's all Quinn. It's all him. I didn't know he's got that sense. At least you haven't noticed any. And that's kind of something you have to train. When I started nails down here in Utah County, I was the only one doing those type of nails, and I was charging more, and people were like, you charge more? I'm like, yeah. I just had to be confident in it. But I had to work my way. And it's been hard, I think, for a number of people. Here's the other thing. If you go a little high and it doesn't work anymore, you're losing too many people, you can adjust your marketing. You can always adjust your pricing. You could include something in that service extra that you got to find what your clients value. It could be you're taking too long. There's so many things. My clientele valued speed, so I didn't do all the crazy cuticle work on all of them. I picked and choose. That's where that cut perfectionism, not corners, came from. Just a real appointment that I filmed 5 years ago that I was like, oh my gosh, I need to share this because this can be helpful. So you got to find out what your clients value. I feel like I just shared so many good things. Okay, I think it's a weird flex. I have some ladies like that. I think it's a weird flex of like, I spend this much. No, I spend this much. But to each their own. Works in our favor. I do have clients that spend more than $125 for hands and feet. For sure. Bundles, things like that. For sure. When I taught Micah dry pedicures, one of my best friends, who runs her own home salon now, she doubled her income without adding a new client. Your offerings, your services, like, it's wild the difference it makes to pivot. I still see people using Groupon who remembers that. I've only heard bad experiences with Groupon. And if you're having to continuously use it, now you know. That's proof enough. Okay, should we only go like 5 more minutes? Is there a link to the calculator? Yeah, Addie. I can put it. Do you guys want me to just put it at the top of my... Here, I'm going to screenshot this. So I remember. I can put it at the top of my link in bio or in my stories today if you want. But link in bio, online classes, scroll down to the business section. It says the formula to pricing your services for profit. The formula to pricing your services for profit on my website. You like mentorship better than coaching. Love mentorship, clapping, yes, this. Okay, that feels right. I'm going to have to go rewatch this because we've hit on a lot of good things that I could sit and expand on. So, I mean, the way it's built is that we'll do like group lives every week. I'll do a personal onboarding, things like that. And we're going to talk about in depth each part. There'll be some accountability, like let me know how things are going. It's going to be like my first flagship year of it. So the pricing of it is going to be, these mentorship programs cost more because they're 10 weeks long. You know what I mean? And have direct access and stuff. But, and have that community, a smaller community built in where you can really dig in. But it'll probably go up from there. But I'm going to make the first round. My business strategist, she's like, are you kidding me? She's like, people pay 10 grand for this stuff. I'm like, you can't do that to nail techs. Especially right now. So she's like, okay, fine. And she's like, 5 grand. I'm like, you can't do that to nail techs. So I've whittled it down. So I'm not going to do that. That was a mistake I was doing in the beginning, comparing my prices to my surrounding, but then I noticed some people were coming to me to fix the mistake, so I stopped comparing and set my own prices. Good for you, Addie. Still mowing the lawn, but there's a chance of snow Friday. No, Quinn. That's my lover, by the way. Friday? We ordered our meals this week according to the weather. We're like, okay, it's going to get colder on Thursday, so we'll make stew. it's not so bad today, so we'll grill outside. Oh, babe, I've got to go do that. Marinate the steaks. Yes, we get snow. We are in northern Utah. Shh, Quinn. Oh yes, Utah gets wild on the snow days. If you follow what's Quinn do, that's my husband, my lover. He has a post where last spring he was shoveling snow on Tuesday and mowing the lawn on Friday. It's emotionally exhausting. DIY state, that's such a polite way to put it. Yeah, Utah is. And I'm kind of guilty of that. I think that's how we get good nail techs, is some of them test it, realize it can be tricky, realize they need education, realize it's illegal to do it without it. So I think it can actually work in our favor. But there are those people that push the boundaries, which if that keeps happening, that could adjust things. And maybe that's what happened in California, but I don't know. But a lot of people are realizing they have to be licensed. So I have a delusional belief that I can almost do everything pretty well. And if I don't right off the bat, I quit. But we're going to do something well. See this hula hoop? You guys want to know what we're doing to our house for Halloween? This is a teaser. We love doing something big for our house for Halloween. We love making it fun for the kids. It's fun for us. So these are going to... Shoot. I just hit my light. These are going to be eyeballs. So last year we drove a car on our lawn and turned it into Jack Skellington running over Santa with "This is Halloween" running, and Quinn made the fog coming out of the hood like it was a crash, smashed into pumpkins. We let our kids smash pumpkins. It was like a huge hit. The year before that, we have this huge ghoul. It's kind of scary. It's as tall as our house that we put out. Our neighbors were like, this is interesting. It's our first Halloween with these people. But it makes us happy because we get to cater to the kids, and then we give them the big full-size candy bars. It's like this community thing for us. I think we'll be like 85 years old making Halloween fun at our house. It's just our thing. I used to live there for a few months a few years back, but luckily I was only when there was no snow. Oh yeah, I was only there when there wasn't snow. As a Canadian, I'm convinced we have snow and the rest of the world is warm and sunny. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm convinced you are too. All right, did we get to all the questions? I'm scrolling because I've got to go marinate steaks and get to work getting those checkouts ready for the Utah and Vegas class. California, Southern California and Burbank, Columbus, Ohio, both of those still have openings. And then I'm adding Utah, which will be in Lehi, Utah. It's like central. It's north. Central, like 30 minutes from the airport, but right off the freeway. And then Las Vegas in January. And we made sure it wasn't a weekend that had a big thing happening in Vegas, because I chose one, and now the hotel's great. They're telling me, like, we have a thing, because, like, the last time I was there, I chose Super Bowl weekend. How does that happen? Somebody tell me. Oh my gosh, it's almost been a year. It's time to go to Vegas again. But, did I do one after that? Anyway, we picked a weekend so that the rates at the hotels will be good prices. And then I do it one close to the airport, but not on the strip, so that it doesn't cost everybody a lot of money to stay there. Can't hula hoop. Quinn and I worked so hard last night to hula hoop. We cannot. We can do it around our necks. I could do the skippy thing, do it around our arms. We worked like we were working to hula hoop. Are you supposed to go forward and backwards or around? That was our debate. He says forwards and backwards, and I tried, and my body just doesn't do it well. Like, I go around well, and that neither one worked. The husband decorated your yard. My husband decorated our yard, and then our two neighbors' yards. Dylan's here. Your husband decorated all the neighbors' yards? That's so cute. Well, was the neighbors okay with that? I love that. Quinn always does to fog. We find a way. He has fog machines that go into a certain bucket that cool the fog so it'll crawl along the ground. His buddy in Texas does incredible, like, what's the word? Animatronic things in his yard, and every year he adds to it. And it's almost scary, amazing. He like takes time off of work. He's a firefighter, for weeks to prepare it. And then to clean up. One year we were there and Quinn helped him clean up. He's like, it was so cool. But how cool, Dylan, that your husband decorated the neighbor yard too, if they love that. Hi, Quinn. It does take time, but keep practicing. Don't give up on the hula hooping. I think we're giving up. It's a fun thing to do. Oh, man. Motion of the ocean, baby. Trying around and back and forward. So that's around. Or do you just go around to one side and then forward? Maybe that's it. Like I'm going around. Quinn's going forward and back. So we're supposed to go forward, around, forward, like a half circle. Guys, that feels like a lot of work. They love it. I love that. I was so surprised when I found out I could no longer hula hoop some years ago. I never have been able to. That and climbing a rope. Never going to happen. Bent arm hangs and pull-ups and gym. Like, what the hell? She's great at the around thing. Okay, Quentin. You're pretty great at the back and forth. This is escalating. Balance in the hips and legs wide. I did start doing legs wide. Oh, look, back there. That's our monster we're creating. I'm putting like fabric in the hula hoop to make eyes. I really hope this works out. Oh, babe, we need to go. You need to go. We need to go to the fabric store to get the stuff for the garage. Animatronics. Was I close? Baby, will you look up the closest fabric store that we can go together? Quinn. It's a workout. How do we feel about hula isn't how I am about doing... How you feel about hula is how I am about doing nails right now. Oh, sis. We got you. Have a beautiful day. Take care. Thanks, Gummy Nails. I love you guys. This was really fun today. And it was great. It really got me excited about that mentorship. Clientele Catalyst mentorship. How do we feel? But then we missed the CCC, like Client Catalyst coaching. Client Catalyst. It's a mentorship. We're landing. We're somehow landing. Those of you just joined, I'm going to be saving this in my subscribers. It was a freaking good one today. I love all of you. I'm really appreciative of all of you. Oh no, we have a bunch of people joining. I'm going to save this. In my subscribers so you can see it there. I cannot believe how much ground we covered today. Awesome. Cheers. Thanks for joining me in Spill the Tea with Hill.